you're thinking about moving to Orange County, New York, you came to the right place. But if you're thinking about Florida or Cali, sorry, you got the wrong one. In this video, I'll give you all the reasons why people move to Orange County and as well as why not to move to Orange County. So you will be able to make a decision as to what's best for you. So these are the pros and cons of moving to Orange County. Hi, I'm Betsy. I'm a real estate agent in New York, and my channel is all about what it's like living in Orange County, Rockland County, Westchester County, and the surrounding areas. So stay tuned, click subscribe so you can get more information. And if you're thinking about moving, reach out. So let's jump in. The biggest con of living in Orange County is really distance. It's commuting. It's a huge con to many because it's not centrally located. It has easy commutes to Connecticut through 84, and you can get to it from the city and or coming down from the north to 287. However, it's not as convenient to many, especially many of the people who are considering Orange County think of it because they're coming from New York City. The southern part of Orange County is very convenient. It's very close by. It's not far actually from Rockland, and it's easy commute from the city to an hour. But for those who are considering not more than an hour, then it can be a little bit tricky. Now, why many people choose to move to Orange County from anywhere is because it's very inexpensive and it's still not far from everything else, right? We have a little bit of farm-like rural spaces, but there's also the southern part of Orange County when you can have a lot of like similarities, still a little bit more quiet, but it's suburban-like, not so much rural. On those terms, it's very good to know that you get a little bit more for your money in Orange County. Taxes is New York, still a little high, but they are a little less than those areas that are closer to the New York City section. The homes tend to be larger, which is a good thing. You tend to get more in the sense of land than other areas. Now, you can choose. Orange County is huge. If you choose to be in the southern part of Orange County, you can be in those areas where are like community, like they're not exactly HOAs, but there are estates and there's a whole bunch of little houses, or not little, but many houses that are like a neighborhood, right? You do get that neighborhood in Orange County. The average price point in Orange County is like $400,000. Now, the taxes are less, so your monthly payment will be more comfortable when it comes to that, and you will get a bigger house probably, depending once again as to which location in Orange County you choose to be. Now, we just said something about the con of the distance, but there are some pros. The distance depends as to where you're going, right? So if you're going to the city or you're going to Connecticut, is like about an hour, but we also make border with Pennsylvania and New Jersey. On the side of Pennsylvania and New Jersey is pretty close by. Like the commute to Pennsylvania and New Jersey is actually very close, especially the Warwick area, which is more like in the middle southern side of Orange County. Why is this a convenience? Because many people who live in Orange County actually work in New Jersey, and many people actually commute to Pennsylvania. Now, why this is a good thing and why is it a pro? Because you do have the New Jersey Transit, easy transportation to get to. Yes, a lot of people who live in Rockland County most definitely will need or prefer to have a car because moving around is much easier, but they do have the public transportation, but it's mainly for distance, right? So that's a pro. The Warwick, the way to get to the roads and the ambience is very much areas in New Jersey. So those people sometimes that are thinking about Jersey, but the areas in Jersey that are similar to Orange County tend to be more pricey. So they will consider, for example, once again, I will mention Warwick because it's very similar. It's right there with the border. The ambience, the town is very much historic. It's a beautiful place. They have a lot of great things. One of my favorite places to visit is they have a drive-in theater throughout all summer where you can go in your car and just enjoy the movie, feel like you're in the 70s kind of thing. It's a nice vibe. It's a nice ambience. They have a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants that you can go and enjoy. Orange County has more of the homestead, more like family gathering and things like that. But we do party. It's just that we start a little early. For example, we love to enjoy a lot of the breweries. We do have a lot of breweries in Orange County, and wineries. They start with live music at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., but it doesn't end until 7:30. So if between 1 and 7:30 you're not done, kudos to you. For those who like to be at the waterfront, that's something great about Orange County. We have a lot of waterfront properties, a lot of lakes, a lot of areas, and I'm gonna touch base on that a little further in my video. However, one con that pops in my head quick enough as a family with a special need child is that we don't have that many programs in Orange County for special needs. Yes, you will be able to enroll your kids, especially when they're little. If they are in elementary and early intervention programs and things like that. When we were moving, Orange County was in our radar as well. When we were buying our second home, we were already located in Rockland County, and we liked the fact that I like Homestead. I had chickens. I wanted a bigger yard, and we were considering Orange County at some point. And the one thing that determined us not actually moving to Orange County was the programs for our son that at the time was in early intervention. The commute was going to be too long for a 2-year-old, 3-year-old to be on the bus from Orange even to Rockland County. It was going to be almost an hour. So that was a little bit pushback right there. But if that's not something that is a concern to you, Orange County is amazing for that quality, soft life, rural life that you can just enjoy anything and everything, especially the nature. Now, since I mentioned nature, that's a huge super duper pro of Orange County, because Orange County has so many amazing trails. Like I mentioned before, they have a lot of great lakes. We have part of the 7 lakes in Orange County, but it's not just the 7 lakes. They have so many more in there that to mention them all, it's like over 27. So that's a lot. You choose which ones. Once you go out there, we have so many trails. We are part of the Appalachian Trail. We started, but definitely my kids are still little still to get to the whole thing. It's amazing. It makes border and it has portion of the River also, which is one of the biggest things. For example, for the area of Fort Jervis is a gorgeous location. There's a lot of places in there where they have like waterfronts or even stream. It's not necessarily just the lake, but you have a stream of water being part of your property in many occasions. For those who like fishing or who simply enjoy sitting on a hot summer day, you can just go to your own backyard. Hey, why not? We have the Heritage Trail, the Valley. That's one that I actually enjoy the most. I have a couple of clients who live in that area, and we have taken the trail a couple of times, and it's very enjoyable. It's a lot of beautiful nature. My favorite time to go to that particular one is actually in the fall, because the scenery is simply amazing. Even if I recorded, the video would make justice to the beauty that my eyes every time see. Another great one is Storm King. It's not my preferred one because it has a fee. It's $100 to go in the busy days, holidays, and over the weekends, but it has an amazing infrastructure in there. Architectural is a museum. Actually, it's a trail that the beginning of it is a museum. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it has amazing things, but maybe I cannot appreciate the infrastructure that they have designed and how amazing it might be in the eyes of others. I think I walked it around maybe too quickly. Maybe I don't understand the whole theme of it, but $100 for just a couple of hours to me is a lot. And we are a family of 4, so it was $400 for us to go and walk around. So there's many other trails that are free, so your choice. We have the Hudson Highland. That's another favorite for me. They have a lot of ruins there. I love history, and so does my kids. And the biggest thing for that one for me is close to the West Point. That's one of our military bases. And in the trails, they have a lot of pieces that tells you exactly what kind of house was there, who was there. And it's a good learning experience for my kids where we stop, we read, we go, we do picnics. It's very nice. And it has a beautiful view of the Hudson River, so we know where to go, how to get there exactly, and we just sit and have a nice picnic and enjoy the rest of our afternoon once we are done with the walk. And it's a very nice hike. It's not just a trail. You can go to the rocks and everything, and it has very flat, nice areas that the kids and myself get to run and enjoy. So those just a few of the trails that we have close by that I have experienced. Is so many of them that there is an app that you can actually download, and it will tell you all of the trails and how to go. It guides you. So let me know if you would like that. I'm more than happy to share. It's a very nice thing to do. We are targeting every summer to go to a different one until we explore them all. If you want to join us, let us know. For those who enjoy waterfront property, there's another great area that is called Greenwood Lake. It's one of the areas that have the most amount of waterfront properties. Amazing, beautiful. Some of them are smaller ones, cabins, to have them as vacation homes. Orange County tends to have a lot of neighbors who are vacation folks that come during the summertime and spring, and then they go away during the winter months, right? You choose. We do have a lot of amazing neighborhood also. A lot of the area, like everything that is like in the middle of Orange County is more rural, which is funny that areas that are actually further up have been developed to have more neighborhood lights. Like Middletown, for example, has one of the biggest plaza over there, which is Galleria Plaza. It's a great area to be in as well. It's a beautiful town around because there's like a city. Middletown is like a city by its own, but then it has the suburbs of Middletown, and around the Middletown town, then there's a whole bunch of little cities that you can explore and enjoy and have anything and everything around. Everything is close to that section over there. We have Chester, we have Warwick, we have Monroe, Newburgh, New Windsor. It's so many different towns, and in those towns then you have a whole bunch of cities that then have their own little neighborhood liking areas. Now, if you're considering definitely moving to Orange County, you might want to be on the lookout for the properties that are on street that said trail. Why is that? Because those trail is this substitution of street, lane, and all of that good stuff, right? Drive. But the trail means that there's no municipality. What does that mean to you? During the winter months, if you are in your home and you have snow, nobody's plowing the snow but you, okay? And not just your driveway, the entire road, because those are private roads and the town does not take care of them, especially the small cabins. Also, another thing is that most of those homes have water. The water gets frozen, so there's no water during the cold months in those areas unless you have an extra heater and things like that for that water. There are some people that install systems, but those are extra things that is good for you to consider if that's an area that you want to be on. A lot of the people that choose to have like the vacation homes are aware of that. They only come during the warm months. They start coming now like in April till the November timing, especially the people who have the lake houses, unless it's a development. The development are fully municipal. They do install and prepare the houses to be exactly what they need to be all year round, but not all of them are. The ones are on the trails. Remember that keyword trail are the ones that are only for vacation homes, unless you choose to invest and change that. You're in charge of all the maintenance and the snow, not just for your driver, but also for the whole street. One good thing about the trail little homes is that it's very quiet for those who enjoy that, and you don't have more than 3-4 homes in one road. Now, if you and the other owners decide to fix things around and collaborate and make sure that is done and live there throughout the year, great. But there's no guarantee that the next person who buys the house will be willing. Just keep that in mind. I don't mean to be a hater, but there is one thing that I consider is a con in Orange County, and it's the food. It's not entirely bad. There are so many good restaurants actually that I enjoy going, but it's not as good as Rockland County food. There is many great restaurants over there. Yes, there are. The service is amazing in most of them, because I think that the fact that it's a lot like rural doesn't have that rush, depending, right, in what area. For example, if we go and visit the farm on the weekends, it tends to get a little crowded. Once again, a lot of people come from the city just for our farms. So sometimes it does get a little crowded because it's an amazing area for that. We have live music. You get to drink your beer or your wine. They do slushy ones. So in those days, you might not experience the greatest service. That's a for me. And also, it doesn't get really super crowded, but I guess I'm not used to the crowd of the city anymore. So for me, it's like I'm spoiled brat sometimes. So that's a little hard. Now, something good in many of the restaurants, to those who have visited, for example, Texas, they do have a lot of like barbecue restaurants that are pretty good in Orange County, and the service is very much like it. I don't know if maybe we got a big amount of people that came from Texas and then they relocated here, but we have a lot of like the ambience, even the way they look are very similar. There's a restaurant that I do enjoy going a lot, and every time we visit Orange County, we literally go there. It's Cosimo's. They create their own sauce, and we like buying the sauce so we can then do the pasta at home. It's an amazing restaurant. It's no matter if it is a wait you always get great service. So that's a good one. Also, another thing that I would like to say is that in Orange County, a couple of years ago, they created this water park that I literally love. It's an amazing water park hotel. Okay. So there is no 1 day pass, which is a great thing, but it's very inexpensive in my book. So last time we went there for $250 a room, don't quote me on those prices, okay? For $250 a room, we were able to have 4 people and enjoy of the water park without having to pay any extra. To me, that's a steal. Just going to any water park is like $100, right? So you get to stay at the hotel, you enjoy the hotel. We stayed for the weekend and it's such a nice ambience. The food was good. There's a lot of actual diners around. We got to go out of the hotel, come back and enjoy. It is a really nice ambience. I love that place. We go there in the winter months because it's enclosed as well. So you can go there even when it's cold. I like that. It's kind of like a little escape and it's right in our backyard. It's really close by. Now you might be thinking, Betsy, but if it is rural, if it is just little areas that are neighborhood, like how about my shopping? How do I do my shopping? We got you. Every area has a kind of like little downtown, right? So we do have the grocery store, you do have the supermarkets and stuff. However, we get used to it, I guess, to go to the big ones. We have the BJ's, the Costco, we have the Targets, the Walmart, all of it, and they tend to be like in proximity to one another. So if you went to Costco and you prefer to buy whatever else in BJ's, like they literally like right there. It's not like, well, I have to drive 15 minutes for this one and then another 15 minutes for that one. It doesn't work that way. We have also the Galleria Mall. Woodbury is right on the southern part also of Orange County. So you can choose if you are in the middle, like kind of like Goshen, New Windsor, and that section, either you go down for Woodbury or you go up for Galleria and you're right there. It's about 15 to 20 minutes, no matter in which of the towns you're in. It's easy shopping. The mall, especially Galleria, is huge. It's a very nice one. You have a lot of things to do with the kids also. They have a lot of activities inside the Galleria Mall. And there's a lot of other small malls and boutique stores around also in the area. So nothing to worry about. Another con that just hit my head right now is with the driving and the traffic and the tolls. So there is a toll going towards Orange County, depending as to where you're coming from. If I'm coming from Rockland, I don't need to pay that because I already paid it coming from the city, whatever. But there is one in 287 and that can slow down the traffic a little bit because some people don't have the Easy Pass and a lot of people go through that route that they're not exactly staying in New York, but they still have to pay the toll. So over there is a little traffic and those who live there sometimes I know complain about it. I personally avoid that route, especially on Saturdays, because a lot of people are coming to the lakes and it can get a little frustrating and a nightmare because some people tend to just park where they shouldn't be parking and stop when they shouldn't be stopping, and that can cause a little traffic. I think it's extra to say that Orange County doesn't have a huge nightlife. I mentioned in a couple of occasions that it's more rural than city life. You have suburban life, but it's more of a farmstead area. It's very quiet. We do have plenty of bars to go and hop and visit if that's what you're into. However, they don't close as late as many might want to, right? So that's one thing with the nightlife. It is a sleepy town. There are no clubs in Orange County. If you want to have a good night, that's your excuse to go to the city. Rent a hotel for a night and stay in the city. Go enjoy. You deserve it. Have a date night. That's what we do. We just rent a hotel for the night, have childcare, and go have fun. For many people, this might be a pro or a con. It's great for retirement. A lot of people like to go there because it's quiet, and many people use it as a vacation home. So if you live there, it could be a pro for you. Like you live in such a quality life that other people go to vacation there. But at the same time, it gets to be quieter because if people only come to their home when they're on vacation, then you feel lonely without your neighbor. Those who don't like having neighbors, then it's a problem. For those who enjoy farmstead or homestead style home and would like to have roosters and chickens and any kind of animal, then this this is your place. It's an amazing place to be. The dirt, everything is like so good. Anything that grows in Orange County is delicious. We have a lot of growing of corn, apples, fruits in general. One of my favorite farms, and I think that's why there's so many farms in Orange County. One of my favorite farms is Lawrence Farm. Why is my favorite? Because it's not just the apple picking or the pumpkin picking that everybody else does. They actually open almost all year round. They only close during the really cold months of the winter, and they open pretty early. It's $7 to go in the weekends, $5 to go if it is not a weekday, and that gets applied to whatever you purchase. So it's really a free entryway, I guess. You have anything and everything when it comes to veggies and fruits from there. All throughout the year, they give you this great map that all throughout the year, you know exactly what you can go and harvest. I love that place also because they have this little town of little houses that the kids get to enjoy. We've been there since my kids are like 6 months old because of they have like a train, and it's like a town. They created a town around the apples, and it's so cute seeing the kids going from the firehouse to the church to this to that, like so cute. And you get to rest and while you have like some wine, or they also have food in there. There is a restaurant that you can purchase food from and all of that good stuff, but it's just everything. And one of the biggest things for me is that they are very natural. They don't use a lot of pesticides, and you can tell because of the shape of the fruits, they are not perfect. And to me, that's great in my book. In Orange County, even the downtowns feel a little smaller. Every town has this downtown cute area that is walkable in most cases and things like that, where most of the businesses and restaurants are in. However, it's still small. I don't know, maybe because I'm a city girl, it still feels small, but at the same time, it's very warm and welcoming. So that's a good thing. On the pro side of Orange County, we also have a lot of new constructions. It depends on the areas in the town. They still trying to develop Orange County big time. And some people might qualify for some really good programs in that section, that area. And that's just the real estate in me talking, because they have really good programs that can help even with the closing costs. So that's a plus, especially with the new construction homes. You can come in and have a brand new home for a price that is more affordable in other areas that wouldn't be. And also they give you a tax exemption for the first couple of years. They just make your taxes go up gradually. So why not? The first couple of years, you don't pay the actual taxes of the property. So if you're thinking about moving to Orange County or the surrounding areas, feel free to reach out. I hope this video provides with a good perspective as to what Orange County has to offer and is like. What do you think? Leave us a comment, let us know, ask us questions, subscribe, stay updated, and have a good day.